Sometimes collective change doesn't begin as a movement. It begins quietly with individuals simply noticing things at the same time. Not together and not coordinated, just within the same environment or living in similar circumstances. And when those movements of noticing begin to overlap, something collective may begin to form. You're listening to The Occult and the Apocalypse, where we explore the hidden and the revealed through patterns, symbolism, and awareness. Not to predict, but to notice, and not to conclude, but to understand. In the hero's journey, we often focus on the individual, the awareness, the shift, the integration. But awareness doesn't always remain isolated. It returns to environments, to circumstances, to conversations, and to relationships. And within those same environments or circumstances, others may also be reflecting, not intentionally, but naturally. These moments begin to exist alongside one another, forming overlapping journeys. Now, excuse me. In the last episode, we explored what happens when awareness returns to everyday life. A shift in perspective, maybe a pause before reacting, different way of interpreting. But while one person is adjusting internally, others may be asking similar questions. Not together and not coordinated, just within the same environment or living within similar circumstances, arriving independently. People who are aligned in their journey often experience similar environments or circumstances at the same time, with the same uncertainty and having the same conversations. Within shared conditions, similar questions can arise. Why did I react that way? Is there another perspective? What am I contributing to this situation that feels tense? What no longer feels sustainable? Sometimes these questions emerge quietly after a conversation or during a drive home, lying awake at night, or in the pause after another repeated pattern. These experiences may look small, but they begin to shift awareness internally. And when many people begin asking questions like this, their journeys may start to overlap. It's not that they're merging, and it's not that they are aligning intentionally, but they begin to exist side by side. One person pauses before responding, and another begins listening differently. Someone else may have questioned an assumption they once defended, and another begins wanting honesty more than comfort. These moments don't connect directly, but they share a similar awareness. For example, Two coworkers may independently begin approaching conversations more thoughtfully. One becomes less defensive and the other becomes more curious. Neither planned it and neither intentionally changed the other, but the tone between them begins to feel different, quieter, maybe more reflective. You may see this inside families as well. One person begins setting healthier boundaries, and another begins questioning an old role that they've always carried. Someone else starts noticing how much tension has become normal. Nothing is announced, but something begins changing. You may even see it culturally. Many people at once becoming tired of speed, tired of performance, wanting simplicity, and wanting meaning. Maybe they're wanting something more honest. No one is directing it, and no one owns it. It simply begins appearing in many places at once. No one is the leader in this process, and there's no one directing it. There's no structure, no authority, and no special role. This isn't about one person changing others. It's about awareness existing in multiple people at once. What appears collective may simply be overlapping awareness. Individuals noticing within the same environment or living within similar circumstances. It's not directly organized and it's not fully planned. And again, it may not even be recognized as collective. It's just shared moments of reflection, usually happening quietly and internally. You might imagine it like small shifts in the air before a change in the weather. No single moment causes it, and no single point controls it. But the atmosphere slowly begins to feel different. Not dramatically, but subtly. And sometimes it may look like small lights appearing across a landscape at night. No single light illuminates everything, but as more lights appear, the darkness begins to soften. It's not because they coordinate, but because they exist together. Now, observational psychology suggests that people in shared environments often develop a similar perspective over time, not only through instruction, but through experience. When conditions resemble one another, questions may resemble one another as well. Some researchers have also noted that emotional tone and communication style often mirror across groups. When one person slows down, others may respond in kind. When listening increases, defensiveness can decrease. These shifts are subtle, but they may influence how interactions unfold. This means individual awareness still matters, not because it controls others, but because it contributes to the environment or circumstances. When you pause, when you reflect, and when you respond differently, you participate in that shared space. You're not intentionally influencing things, Maybe you're just existing differently within it. And sometimes that creates small openings. Someone may feel safer expressing a thought, and another may become more curious instead of defensive. A conversation may move slightly toward understanding. These moments seem minor, but they shape the tone of the environment. And when multiple journeys overlap, they don't always move at the same pace. Awareness can emerge at different times in different ways, which can sometimes create contrast. Someone may still react quickly and another may already be pausing. One may want honesty and another may still want comfort. One may be ready to change. Another may still be resisting. These differences can create friction, but also opportunity, because tension often appears where growth is uneven. So, the collective hero's journey may not be a group moving together, but many individual journeys unfolding within the same environment or living within similar circumstances, quietly overlapping. It's not a movement and it's not coordination, just shared moments of noticing. Now, these moments rarely announce themselves. They don't declare change. They simply exist quietly alongside one another. So, where might you already be seeing others noticing alongside you? But I'll leave that for you to think about. If you'd like to explore reoccurring patterns in your own life and relationships, I do have a small download on it at my link. But in the meantime, thank you for being here and for helping me take the occult and the apocalypse and see it just as the hidden and the revealed. Come back next week when we begin exploring what happens when overlapping journeys begin to create friction. I'll see you there.